Alright, what's up everybody? I'm coming on here just to do a real quick video to explain from earlier posts on doing the podcast. But we're going to start doing a podcast. We're going to record Monday night and Wednesday night. Monday night so far we decided we're just going to cover the football games from Sunday, and if we're doing the podcast at the time of Monday night's game, we'll go ahead and hit that. But we're also going to do one Wednesday as well. We're not fully sure on that yet as to what this topic will be on that. But it isn't going to be Beach Media Productions podcast. It's going to be me and Corey doing our podcast as ourselves. Beach Media is just going to be editing, producing, basically that's all it's what we're going to use Beach Media for with it. But it's going to be Corey and my podcast is how we're going to do it. We're going to start this podcast. We're trying to start it by November 4th. We'll be doing two shows, like I said earlier. Monday's podcast for football season will basically be covering Sunday's games. We'll just go over them, give our thoughts on it. And the whole time we're doing the podcast, I'm going to have Facebook open, I'm going to have Instagram open, and I'm going to have Twitter open. YouTube will be open, but YouTube will probably be pointless to open, really, because unless the video's up there, there's really nothing. So basically, I'm just going to have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter open. So if you have any comments and you want to throw in on the games, I mean, you can hit me all day long. You can hit me Sunday, all day Monday. It doesn't matter. Just hit me, leave me some comments, or a message somehow. Just hit me up and I can add your comment into the show and credit you. So that's kind of how I'm going to work. I'm not sure yet. We're still structuring and putting this all together, but we are intending on having this set up and ready to go by November 4th. Monday night will be our first show. For right now, that we're going to record it and then post it. I've set up with a hosting site which will post to iTunes, Google Play, and of course I'm going to be video recording it, so it's going to get posted to YouTube as well. And now Wednesday again, we're still looking for ideas. I think if we haven't come up with a solid idea by Wednesday when it's time to film, we'll just pluck like the biggest news story in the U.S., maybe even around the world. I don't know right now. We're going to work on that. But, or whatever the trending topic is on social media. And we're not giving it up on YouTube. We're still going to do YouTube videos. Again, I'm going to record the podcast, video-wise. I'm going to have a camera on me. And Corey lives on the Eastern Shore. I live in Virginia Beach. So we're going to use either Google Duo or Hangouts. I'm not sure which one yet. Probably Duo, because a lot more people would have Duo. So if we wanted to bring other people into the show as well, they could come on via Duo and we could have a big group on there. Or come to the studio and be on the studio as well in there. But again, I'm going to record the screen on whatever platform we decide to use. So I'll have Corey here, and then I'll be in there. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it because I set up the podcast studio at the desk that's in my bedroom because it's quieter. I can close off and keep the cats out. I don't have the green screen in there. The green screen's in the video studio, which is in my dining room. So I'm not sure how I'll put it in. Maybe I'll just, like, while I'm talking, I'll have it on me. While Corey's talking, I'll just cut over to him. But again, that's up to me. I'll play with that in editing and figure out the best way to make it the nice looking as possible. But again, it's not replacing YouTube at all. We're just not growing fast enough because, again, Corey's on the Eastern Shore, I'm in Virginia Beach. It costs money to cross that bridge tunnel. And it costs money to make these videos. These videos aren't cheap to make. The ones here in my apartment that I've done on YouTube so far, yes, they are cheap to make. But to go out and shoot videos, that costs money. I mean, you got, alright, say Corey has to come to Virginia Beach. He's got the tunnel. He's got gas. A lot of times, if we're going to go to a property, we have to pay money. Some want a deposit and return it. Some just want a deposit to say that it's non-refundable. Just basically so we don't go in and destroy the house. And if we do destroy the house, they have a deposit or something from us. So I'm assuming anyway. They just ask for deposits. And it is very time consuming. Y'all only see 20 minutes of the video. But we have like an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours worth of video footage that most of it gets cut out. Because, you know, I mean, we're human. We go in, we have fun while we're doing these videos. We don't just go in and dry record them. So, I mean, there's stuff that, goofy stuff that we cut out of the video. So there's editing time, then production time to produce the video, to YouTube, Vimeo, and so on and so forth. But I don't think I've ever broke down the original plan for our YouTube. We're doing these haunted videos, we're doing these exploring videos when we can get out and do them to build the subscribers. And with the subscribers come sponsors. When we start getting the sponsors, the plan is, I've got a bunch of scripts I've written. I want to start making movies. And obviously the movies are going to be over an hour, a little bit longer roughly. And that's just too long to post to YouTube. Nobody's going to watch an hour-long video on YouTube. Nobody goes to YouTube for that. Anything over 20 minutes is pretty shaky as far as keeping people interested to watch. So, in making those movies, what I'll do, where I post in the YouTube, say it's an hour long, I'll break it down into 3 20-minute segments and post them. Like, I'll post one on a Friday night, the next Friday I'll post the second one, and the following Friday I'll post the third one, and you'll have the full movie right there. We're also posting to Amazon Prime Video, and we're also posting to Vimeo. Vimeo, I will post the whole video, whole movie. Amazon Prime, I will post the whole movie. But YouTube, nobody goes there for an hour-long movie to watch. Nobody does that. I don't even do that. Anything over 20 minutes, I myself cut out. So, that's really the main goal for this channel, is to start writing movies. I got some where we have to use abandoned houses, some with just outside. I got like 10 scripts already written, all written, ready to go, ready to be produced. Just, we need sponsorship to be able to do it, because I just frankly don't have the money for props, locations, actors. I mean, some of my actors, people I know will be in the video and won't charge me anything, but there's some that will charge, so that's why we're at that. So bear with us on the YouTube channel. We're trying to keep this going, but hopefully the podcast will correct what's kind of goofing off on the YouTube channel. So basically, if you got any ideas for our Wednesday show, go ahead and leave a comment on my Facebook, leave a comment on this video on YouTube, leave a comment on this video on Facebook, message me, Twitter, either way. All the links will be added to the description of the video. I always add that in all my videos. But I'm still doing the weather. I'm just not going to post as much. I'll probably start just posting the 7-day forecast unless we have weather to report on, which if you're in Virginia Beach, you know we have no weather here. This is like the perfect spot to live, for real. Hurricanes come and they just turn and go away. Tornadoes come up from the west, they come up, and then they just dissipate before they even get here. We've had a couple, but nothing dramatic. So I'm still a spotter for the National Weather Service. Still a meteorologist for Weather Underground. That's why I have to post, because they pay me to post the weather conditions. But again, until we get some major weather, I'm not really going to do too much on that. Just post a 7-day forecast. So basically, like I said, I wanted to keep this a short video just to basically describe the podcast. And again, the podcast, Monday night, we're going to start just covering Sunday's football games right now. Being as we're going to be recording it, if you have any comments you want to make and you want me to add into the podcast, send me a message on Facebook, Instagram, anywhere, Twitter. And I'll add your comment and I'll add you to the show as far as so-and-so said this, and then we'll iterate on the comment. And eventually, as we grow, we will start bringing other people in, either via Duo or Hangouts, whatever platform we use. We'll do that. And we will also be posting on, again, iTunes, Google Play, I think it's Google Play Podcast, or Google Play Music, I'm not sure exactly. I got all the sites saved in my favorites on the computer. And sorry about upstairs. I mean, it's a herd of elephants that live up there. They don't know how to pick nothing up. They constantly, I think they're completely retarded. They just can't pick nothing up without throwing it on the floor or dropping it on the floor. And they can't, as soon as they walk in the house, it's constant back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But that's what all the creaks and all the banging is in the video. Eventually, I'm going to get the shit and hell out of here because I can't. Nobody wants to see videos with all this crap. And they don't care because they want my apartment, so they want me out anyway. So they're going to do everything they can because they weigh like 12,000 tons. And it's just too much for them to walk up and down the stairs. So you know how that goes. And I hope they're watching the video. But anyway, that's how that's going. That's what we're going to do. The podcast isn't replacing anything again. It's just filling in and taking up to where we can't get out to shoot videos and do other things. So anyway, peace out, and we'll catch you on the next one. Hi, what's up? I probably should have done this while I was recording the video on what we're doing the podcast for. What I'm going to do is take you in and show you the studio that I'm going to use right now, basically, for doing the podcast on. So here it is. But as you see, I've got the condenser. I'm trying to figure out how to hold this and point out. Got the condenser mic right here to record audio with. Got the computer with the dual screens to basically have any information open that I might need to have. And I've got the other laptop as well to have some other information, which this laptop, the one with the headphones on it, supposed to be going to Corey whenever we can get up and meet up. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that. I'm sure most of you have all seen the video editing studio I got going on here, but just in case, I'm going to add that one too. Anyway, I just wanted to show you the podcast studio and the editing studio. I'm going to soundproof the podcast one a little bit more. The video one is just for editing videos on. If I have to do a voiceover, I can pretty much plan that out to where I don't have any noise going on while I'm trying to edit that. Sorry, I'm trying to get some more light in here. I really prefer to have the natural light versus the studio lights, but hey, sometimes you gotta improvise. Anyway, peace out.